Sweetheart, she's someone you already know. Her name is There are moments in life that change everything. Conversations you never see coming, words that shift the ground beneath your feet. And this is one of those moments. Because sweetheart, she's someone you already know. Her name is There. You never noticed, but she was always there. She was there in the quiet spaces of our life, in the background of our conversations, in the pauses between our laughter, in the moments when you thought no one else was watching. She was always there, waiting. And now, it's time for you to know the truth. You felt it before you knew it. There were signs. The way my voice changed when I spoke about her. The hesitation in my eyes when you mentioned her name. The way I never quite answered your questions fully. The way I left certain things unsaid. Maybe you didn't want to see it. Maybe you convinced yourself there was nothing to see. But now, you don't have a choice. Because sweetheart, she's someone you already know. Her name is. This truth changes everything. I don't expect you to understand right away. I don't expect this to be easy. But what I do expect is for you to feel what I have felt for so long. That this was never just coincidence. That this was always leading to this moment. And now there's no going back. Because sweetheart, she's someone you already know her. I see the confusion in your eyes. The way your breath catches. The way your mind races to piece together what you should have seen all along. You're searching for answers. But deep down, I think you already know. You have felt her presence without realizing it. She was never a stranger, not to me, not to us. She was in the moments you brushed off as insignificant, in the glances you thought meant nothing, in the spaces of silence that should have told you everything. You have spoken her name before, without knowing it, carried more weight than you imagined. You have seen her standing close, unaware that she was already woven into the story we were writing. You never thought to question it. There were times you noticed something, weren't there? Times when my words felt careful, when I avoided saying too much, when she lingered just a little longer than necessary, when a fleeting look between us meant something. But you pushed it aside, you trusted, you believed in what we had, without doubt, without suspicion. And now, here we are. The moment you cannot ignore. There is no turning back now. No way to pretend this moment isn't happening. No way to rewrite what has already been written. All that remains is the truth. The truth that has always been right in front of you. You don't say a word, but I can see it happening. The moment your mind catches up to the truth, your heart was already beginning to suspect. There's a shift in your expression. A flicker of recognition. The signs were always there. Think back to the moments that seemed too ordinary to mean anything. The casual conversations. The way I hesitated when you asked certain questions. The way she looked at me when she thought you weren't paying attention. You trusted so easily. You never questioned what was right in front of you. And maybe that's what makes this so hard to accept. You're realizing what this means. This isn't just about a name. It's about everything that name represents. It's about the way your world is shifting, about the way nothing will ever feel quite the same again. Because the truth doesn't just change the past, it rewrites the future. And now you have no choice but to face it. You can't ignore this anymore. No more pretending. No more looking the other way. No more acting like this doesn't matter. Because whether you want to hear it or not, whether you are ready or not, the truth is here, and there is no going back. I watch as realization settles into your eyes. It's slow, creeping in like a shadow stretching across a quiet room. You don't want to believe it, but you do. The past was never what you thought it was. You trusted so easily, never thinking to question what was happening around you. You accepted the laughter, the shared glances, the moments that seemed too natural to mean anything more. But now, every memory is shifting. Every conversation, every touch, every seemingly innocent exchange, they all look different now, don't they? Because they weren't just moments. They were pieces of something bigger, and you were never meant to see it. You're finally seeing the truth. Think back to the times I hesitated, to the times I changed the subject, to the times you asked about her, and I gave you nothing but vague answers. You assumed it was nothing, that you were imagining things, that what you felt deep down was just insecurity. But it wasn't. It was your heart warning you, before your mind was ready to listen. Now that you know, everything is different. This moment changes everything. There's no way to undo it. No way to go back to the way things were before this truth shattered the illusion. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you hear her name, you can't forget it. So tell me, love, are you ready? Your hands tighten into fists. Your breath is uneven now. Your thoughts racing faster than you can control. I can see it. The way you're searching through every memory, every conversation, every moment you brushed aside as unimportant. But now, nothing feels small anymore. The memories you overlooked now feel different. You didn't question it before. The way she lingered a little too long when she spoke to me. The way I looked away when you mentioned her. The way you felt a shift in the air, but told yourself it was nothing. But now, the pieces are falling into place. Now you understand why some moments never quite sat right with you. Now you know why I always struggled to answer certain questions. Because the truth was always there, waiting for you to see it. You're trying to decide what comes next. You could walk away. You could demand answers, demand explanations, demand something that makes this moment easier to swallow. Or you could do what you always do. Convince yourself it's not as bad as it seems. Convince yourself that maybe, just maybe, this isn't what it looks like. But we both know the truth. And no matter what you tell yourself now, no matter how badly you wish you could erase this moment, you can't. This changes everything. You might not say it yet, but I know you feel it. The shift, the moment when love turns into something unrecognizable, because trust, once broken, never returns the same. And no matter how we move forward from this, nothing will ever be as it was before. I can see the storm building behind your eyes. A whirlwind of emotions, confusion, anger, disbelief, all fighting for space in your mind. You don't want to believe it. You want to reach for another explanation, any excuse that makes this easier to accept. But there are no excuses left. The truth has been waiting for you to see it. She was always there, not in the shadows, not hidden, but right in front of you. You spoke to her, trusted her, welcomed her into your life without hesitation. And now, that trust feels like a mistake. Now, every moment shared feels tainted. Now you realize that the lines you thought existed were never really there at all. Every memory is now a question. You replay conversations, searching for signs you missed. The way I spoke about her, the way she laughed when you were near, the way I never once looked you in the eyes when you mentioned her name. Now the weight of what you ignored crashes down all at once. What happens now is up to you. This truth can't be undone. It can't be rewritten, can't be softened by time or apologies. It stands between us now, waiting for you to decide what to do next. Do you ask for an explanation? Do you walk away? Do you let the weight of this truth settle into your heart, knowing that nothing will ever feel the same again? You don't say a word, but I can feel it. The tension in your breath, the stiffness in your posture, the way your gaze shifts, searching, remembering, realizing. Every moment with her feels different now. You think back to the nights we all sat together, to the laughter, the ease, the effortless way she fit into your world. You trusted her. You never questioned her presence, never once imagined there was more lurking beneath the surface. But now the truth is staring you in the face, and it's impossible to ignore. You're trying to make sense of it. Maybe you're wondering how long this has been happening. How many times you've stood in the same room with her, with me, completely unaware of the truth that was unraveling behind your back. Maybe you're wondering why you never noticed, why you never saw the way my eyes lingered a little too long when I spoke to her, or why she always seemed to understand me in ways you never thought twice about. But none of those questions matter now, because, sweetheart, she's someone you already know. Her name is now that you know. Nothing can be the same. This moment changes everything, not just for me, not just for her, but for you, for the way you look at the past, for the way you will move forward knowing that trust, once so solid, has been shattered into something unrecognizable. The silence between us is heavier than any words I could say. I watch as the truth takes shape in your mind, piece by piece, moment by moment. You don't need me to say it. You already know, because, sweetheart, she's someone you already know. Her name is everything you thought was real is now in question. You try to remember the last time you felt secure, the last time you looked at her, at me, and didn't feel this twisting in your gut. But now, those memories feel different. What once felt ordinary now feels tainted, because every conversation, every glance, every moment you dismissed, they all meant something more than you ever realized. You want an explanation, but none will be enough. I can see it in your eyes. You want to ask why. Why did this happen right in front of you, without you ever seeing it for what it was? But no answer I give will change the fact that this moment is irreversible, that this truth, once revealed, will never go away. Because, sweetheart, she's someone you already know. Her name is what happens next is in your hands. This is the moment everything shifts, where the past and future collide, where choices must be made. Will you walk away? Will you stay and demand to hear what I have to say? Or will you do what I fear the most? Stand there in silence, letting this moment consume you, knowing that no matter what happens next, things will never be the same again. Because, sweetheart, she's someone you already know. Her name is